Sometimes I can't see the value in fighting.
Hubert.
There's no profit in the enemies here. It's a waste of time.
Hey!
We will survive! Good. Okay. Come forth! Dust to dust! Moonlight! Flash! Fall! Death by moonlight! Come on! In a flash! My regards!
Not bad, don't you think?
So this is Kurt's office. Looks like he's out.
Are you sad he's not here?
A little, but I'm also relieved. I have no idea what I'll say to the man when I finally see him again. Anyway, we're here. We should learn what we can.
Is that?
Here, let me look. Yep, that's it. It's the Falconess Cryas. It's hidden in a glacier right outside the capital.
What? That's just a stone's throw away.
If the Falconess explodes, it will mean the end of Zavhert. Someone's coming.
Malik, is that you?
Hello, Kurt. It's been a long time.
As much as I'd love to catch up, this is hardly the time nor the place.
We need to speak to you. It's important. Is it true that you're heading up the Falconess experiment?
It is. And it's also true we're finally on the cusp of a vital breakthrough. If this experiment works, we'll be able to harvest Eleth at a phenomenal rate. The people of Fendel, all of them, will want for nothing. The revolution of 20 years past never died, old friend. It just...
You have to stop the experiment, Kurt.
The research you're using is flawed. If you extract too much Eleth, it'll initiate an unstoppable chain reaction and destroy the Valkanus.
This is Pascal. She's an Amarcian and an expert on the Valkanus. She founded the original research upon which Fourier based her work.
Your concerns are amusing, but unnecessary. The experiment will go forward as planned.
What?
Do you think me so foolish as to rely solely on the work of Miss Fourier? We've made extensive modifications to her research and accounted for every possible outcome. You have no cause for concern.
But...
My country is dying. If we halt the experiment, the plight of our citizens will become exponentially greater. We would be forced to invade neighboring countries merely to survive. The border skirmishes of our recent past would quickly escalate into all-out war.
when you say neighboring countries, do you mean Windor?
We have nothing more to discuss.
So that's it? You refuse to stop the experiment?
Malik, out of respect for our past history together, if you leave now, I will give you time to escape. If not, I will summon the guards. You turned tail and ran once, Malik. I suggest you do so again.
Kurt, damn you!
Enough! You and I chose very different paths, old friend. This is mine.
Well, at least we know where the Valkanus is. That's something. But Kurt refused to stop the experiment.
He's fought a revolution all by himself for the last 20 years. Think of the strength that must have taken. I wish I could support him. You heard what he said, Pascal. Do you still think the experiment is dangerous?
There's no safe way to extract Eleth from that Valkanus. It's just way too unstable.
I see.
Captain Malik, we should go to the glacier and stop the experiment. We're the only ones who know the truth. It's our responsibility.
Responsibility.
When we next meet Kurt, we will almost certainly have to fight him. Are you prepared to do that?
To fight my old friend.
If we do this, it will bring the wrath of the entire Fendel nation down upon us. And we are but 6 people. If you don't pull your weight in battle, it'll put all of us in danger.
Kurt is still my friend, no matter what happens here. But I will do whatever it takes to stop him. I owe him that much.
That's all I needed to hear. Shall we move onward?
It's difficult for me to believe Stratha and Fendel are on the verge of war.
So, what will happen if there's a war? Is everyone going to die?
We won't let that happen. Asbel won't, I won't, even Hubert won't.
But whenever I think about dying, I get scared. It's like my whole chest tightens.
What? I wonder if that's a part of her remembering the time she protected us. Come here, Sophie. I'm sure you just had a bad dream. There's nothing for you to worry about. We're here for you, no matter what happens, okay? It's our turn to make sure you're out of harm's way.
Sharia?
We've already gone through so much. I don't want anyone to have to suffer again.
Captain Malik, is there any chance we could find the leader of this country and ask him to stop the experiments?
Chancellor Eigen would be the man you seek. He certainly has the power to stop it.
But unfortunately for us, we didn't see Chancellor Eigen in Fendel Tower.
Somebody in town said Eigen is watching the experiments personally and stuff. So if we're gonna convince him, we better crash that party.
You may be right. If the Valkanus is in the glacial region, we should take the northeast exit out of town and hurry over there.
Right. Time sure flies. It feels like only yesterday that I made that friendship pact with Sophie and Richard. But we've all changed so much since then. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Asbel? What are you doing out here?
Sorry. I just needed some time to think about things.
About King Richard?
You know me too well. Hey, remember the first time we met him?
Of course. You broke into his room and then dragged him all over town. I was always surprised he enjoyed it as much as he did. He even wore that stupid disguise.
Yeah, good times. Everyone was together back then. Even Richard. But now he's all alone, with no one to support him. Sometimes I wonder if that loneliness drove him to his current state. I can't help but think if things could have been different. I was so caught up in my own training that I never thought to check up on any of you guys. If I had been able to notice Richard's troubles, maybe I could have stopped things from the way they are now.
It's not too late.
I don't know.
Stubbornness is one of your strongest traits, you know. You're always pursuing some issue long after it's reached the point of annoyance. So if you believe he can still be saved, then don't give up. Just use the same persistence with him that you have shown me.
Thanks, Hubert. That means a lot coming from you. I'm glad you're around. You always put things into perspective.
Oh, come on. Besides, it's my job as the little brother to keep you out of trouble.
Ouch.
If King Richard doesn't have anyone to trust, then at least he can go to you.
You think so?
You promised to believe in him, and you have an obligation to maintain that promise.
I suppose it does. He's right. If I don't stop Richard, who will? I'm not going to give up. No matter what.